What's up, everybody? This is your girl Erica from the Classic Line Blog. You know I want to say God bless America when I'm standing beside the American flag. And I just want you guys to thank you so much for all your well wishes on, I'm telling my birthdays, passings of my family, this channel, buildings, new construction, old construction, rentals. Listen, the best is yet to come. Thank you so much for the 10 years on this channel. And I just want to thank you for all the things that you guys have contributed to my life and that I contribute to yours. And so listen, I hope this year can be even better, and I hope you grab the book, All Roads Lead to Real Estate. We're talking about digital real estate, online to the real dirt in your hand, and we'll have lots of good commentary inside that book to help you navigate. How can you grow in this economy and also grow and play Monopoly in real life for you and your family? You guys, this doesn't have to be the worst time in our economy. It can be one of the best if you make a decision and move forward in your life. This is your girl, Erica. Thank you. What's up, everybody? This is your girl, Erica from the Classic Line Blog. Again, this is pre-recorded from the road or whenever you see it. I appreciate when you see it. I just want to, I want to share this with you. Is like, apply yourself. Making 100K in America. Is it possible? Is it worth it? So a lot of times there's a lot of studies, and I'll reference this study here. Or I'll just reference this Reddit because I might not have the original article. It's like, one study says happiness peaks at 75,000 in income. Now economists say it's higher by a lot. Now when they did this study, I think they did it in 2010, if I'm not mistaken. So 75,000 in 2010 was big money. Okay. It was big money. It just was. And so now I think for inflation, it goes out to about 103,000 a year. Now, many people are going to say, well, Erica, what does that mean? Why does that matter? And I just always ask people, have you even applied yourself, right? We've been arguing back and forth about the high value man and peak happiness and peak male, this and that. And I want you to understand, all these guys that are spending 3 and 4 and 5 hours in the gym every day, they work at a job that's paying them like 35,000 a year. A lot of these jobs are paying people 35,000 to 45,000 a year. It just depends on the area, the town they live in, right? Now, why am I always talking about 100K and it's not that hard, and apply yourself and try? And one of my biggest reasons is I went to Texas and I was working as a property billings manager, assistant manager, and I worked at pizza delivery. And then I did Lowe's on the weekend. It was crazy. It was a year where I never went home. I just worked. And I made like 120 that year. And I said, okay, I'm not going to do that again. I'm going to open up myself to, have more rest and all that good stuff. And so I removed one of the jobs, and I just did the assistant billings manager, and I did the pizza delivery, and I still made like 98,000. I think I did 42K or 43K both years in a row with the pizza delivery. And that was like mostly weekends and some nights. And then that was like, how many hours? It was crazy hours. But I remember looking at my tax return and being like, dang. Right. And so when people ask me like, well, how did you save money in REITs and dividend stocks? And I was like, I was making money, and I lived in like a $650 a month apartment. And so when I tell people those kind of stories, they're always looking at me crazy, but I just want them to understand, like, I just was applying myself because I was in a new city, new state. And yes, and some people say, well, I wouldn't do that because I want to go out and hang out with people and meet people. I did all that. I went out, I met people, I did all that stuff. I went out, and again, this is youth and energy drinks. And I went out Friday nights, two-stepping Saturday, tubing down the river. I did all kinds of stuff in between where I could and what hours and days I had off, or I do only nights pizza delivery. So I'm jumping up on the river early in the morning with people. And then by 3:00, I'm rushing to get back to Austin so I could deliver pizzas for the rest of the night. So I'd be suntanned, sunburned, all that good stuff. Right. And it was just a 2-year venture of applying myself. And then by the 3rd year, of course, y'all know the story, the painting company, got my real estate license, all that other stuff, was doing a lot of affiliate marketing, just in the property management space, where I'm getting these $50 gift cards and I'm showing off. I got like a fat stack of $50 gift cards. And they were like, you do know those agents made like the full month's rent. Do the math on that. And I was like, oh shit, yeah. And a lot of times when I come online, I think people get to a level and tell themselves that's as far as they can go. That's as far as they can go. They tried their hardest. They want more time with their kids. I can't be out here doing too much now. Right. And everybody knows this. So again, if you see in the comment section, the links for Kind, Skip. Okay. I'm gonna show y'all this as an example, just to give you an example of what people know, what they know about you, what the data says about you, that you won't try after a certain number. You'll blame something. Now, here's an example. And I've talked about kind skip. If you're in the land grab course, we've talked about it. We've put the links in there. You see it. You spend about $300 on a 10,000 person list on here and just get your cold callers to call. You'll make money. But I mean, if you're in a land grab course, we talked about that. We'll do another video on it. All right. So some of the filters they put in here: Spanish speakers, expired listings, on and off market properties, tax delinquents. Is this screen big enough? I don't even know. You try to make it bigger. I hope y'all can see. Okay. Let AI predict for me, right? So here's the new ones, right? Here's some of the new ones that they've keep twerking. Owners in nursing home, haunted houses, previously in foreclosure. People who were in foreclosure before are likely to be in pre-foreclosure again. Why do they know that? They already know you overspend. They know you not paying that house bill on time. They know you tripping. They know you're going to do it again. And this is why I tell y'all home ownership is so powerful, because you can sit here and not pay your mortgage for 2-3 years and then come around and start doing modifications and pay it on it. And all of a sudden you good. All right. Here's another one. Targeted wholesale neighborhoods. Double down on the top 20% of neighborhoods where wholesale deals occur. Now, you might get on people's nerves because they're already blowing up everybody else, but that is a thing. Top land zip codes. If you're in the land grab course, again, we've talked about this. New for land motivations, tiny houses, total teardowns, potential subdivide opportunities. New. Now, pay attention. This is important. Why solar? If they got a swimming pool or they got solar, they likely have a high electricity bill. If one hiccup goes on in their life, they got to get out of this house, right? Or they got to sell, or they're thinking about it, or they're getting rid of it, or there's damage to the pool. There's all reasons, right? So we can even go down here, right, where it says access to 98% of multifamily commercial records, ability to suppress lists pulled from other data sources. Foreclosure data is updated weekly. They got some new ones coming up. Age and motivated seller list. Why do they have these? Why do they have these? Because they study in how people move. They know if you're going to try. They know if you're not going to try. They know if you inherited a house, you have some land, how old you are. Y'all, when I tell you data's gold, baby. They want to know all this stuff. All right. Now you're gonna say, Erica, what is that? What is that you just showed us? Where was that? Let me share this page like here. Again, it's in the links in the chat. It's called Kindskip. Build your own list, right? 10,000 minimum order report at 3 cents a skip chase. Okay. List of property owners, phone numbers, suppress again, they suppress old data. They move stuff up. All right. Again, you can build your own list, figure out your own stuff. Okay. You have a rewards program, log in, get credits. There's a lot of stuff they're doing. Right. And so you may not want to call, you may not want to do this, but there are people who are going to keep it simple. Okay. So check that out on your own time, whatnot. Here's another one. There's several I want to show you tonight, but I'm going to show you this and then I'm going to show you downsizing as well. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to show you this and I'm going to show you downtown. Well, first I'm going to show you, let me see here. And shout out to Orlando Bloom. I love going on his channel, leaving comments, tripping, but I love it. So here you go. Here is the Cowboy of Tech, the Cowboy of Real Estate. I love that he's carved that out for himself. Really good stuff. Let me play this. And I just want to, again, are you trying? Are you applying yourself?
Some never stepped foot in college. What most of my people do is they sell something. We call it slang something. Whether they're realtors and they slang houses, whether they're loan officers and slang loans. The people that I know that make the most money do not have a college degree. And I know some of my friends are straight ballers. So what about you? And for those of you who went to college, are you happy you did it? If you have all that dang student debt, I deal with people who try to get a house that can't get it because they're student loans. The people in your life that make the most money, are they college graduates? What do you think? Let me know in the comments. All things being equal, the people that I know in my life that make the most money don't have a college degree, the vast majority of them. Don't get me wrong, I'm all for college. My wife is a double major college graduate.
Now, a lot of people in the comments are going to say, no, all the people I know have college degrees. And I've told y'all this. I have friends who are nurses, engineers. The engineers, far by far take a lot of breaks, but they're able to, because the income is so high, to spill over and invest in a property or two. And this is the kind of conversation you got to have.
You got to stop complaining. No one wants to hear it. Your job is too hard. No one wants to hear it. Baby daddy, baby mama giving you issues. No one cares. You also have to stop blaming everybody else for your damn problems. No blaming white people or black people or Latinos. You don't make enough money, get another job. Stop blaming Trump for whatever the hell you blame Trump for. You got to look in that mirror and realize your problems are because of you. So what the heck are you waiting for? You got to stop complaining.
This is my number one thing to people, like, maybe nobody cares. You know, I made a comment on somebody's page, like, you can make $100K in a year. Oh, what world do you live in? That's crazy. And it's all these excuses. I got kids. I got this. Nobody cares. Guess what? You want to go to nurse school? Go. You know, you're going to need to make more money if you got those kids, right? You just are. People will give you scenario after scenario how you can make more money, how you can get there. Majority of people on this channel, watching this channel, make anywhere from, I would just be honest, like some of the videos, depending on the ones, the tech videos, 45K to 75K. That's why when we play the tech videos and we say, maybe you should do help desk, they go, oh, Erica, I can't make less. And when you talk to the average person, you know, if you start talking about $22 an hour, $25 an hour, $30 an hour, you know, they like, I'm balling. I had a friend who worked temp and was making $55 an hour because he was an engineer. So you're talking about when people start trying to, I'm trying to be careful here. Oh, I'm working my butt off. I'm working so hard. I'm like, okay, if you're working your butt off, you're working the hardest you can work, you're doing everything you can possible, and you're stuck at 50K, 60K, 70K. Now is the time to do an assessment. That's what it is. And now is the time to do an assessment. Okay, am I doing enough? Is this the best I can do? Is this how much money I'm going to make? Okay, if this is all I'm going to make, how can I manage the gap to have a retirement? This is why I brought on Dion to the channel, because it's so important for y'all to see. Dude was making $17 an hour and bought a duplex and then just kept buying every couple of years. And that is the true definition of just keep trying. But we have, when people talk about the young people being entitled, they're like, these kids are entitled. No, these adults are entitled. They're getting it from somewhere, right? You're working with coworkers who think it's somebody else's job. This is why when you go, listen, I was going to do a whole video talking about if I had to open up an office right now, I'd have like 20 people working from 10 to 3, no breaks. Because let me tell you what's going to happen. They're going to get in at 10. They're going to run around, get their keys, go to the bathroom, make coffee, do all this other stuff, get water, get their self-situation. About 10:30, they start working. Now, they leave at 3, right? Oh, you know, they kids, they got to get ready for the lineup. They're going to be wrapping that computer up at 2:30. So really, you're getting them from 10:30 to 2:30. And if you give people more compressed times, they'll just do whatever that is in that work in that time. Why would I do that? Because I know how people work and I've seen it firsthand. Like you give people 2 hours to do something, they'll do it in 2 hours. You give people 4 hours to do it in 4 hours. You give them 8 hours to do it in 8 hours. We are going to move in the next 5 years towards a space and time where you're going to talk to people and people are going to be off at 4 o'clock all the time. It's not even going to be a thing anymore. I just want y'all to understand, like when I go around military towns and retiree towns, there's a lot of people out and people are complaining about the traffic. And I'm like, that's going to be the future in a lot of places. Y'all not ready for that conversation. There's a few medical places that close at 5. And my friend was like, well, who can go to the doctor if they close at 5? And I'm like, people who can afford it, people who know to take off work, people who make the time in their schedule. If you can't take a day off work, you can't be out. You can't be without the job or not at the job for a day. There's a problem, baby. That situation is too tight. Any one thing can get you off. The flu next week and you out for a week is going about to throw you off. Let me play this too.
I am telling you, unless you're a doctor or a lawyer and you already make 250 grand a year, you have got to do more than one thing to make money, to get by, to live how you want to live in this world. Let me show you how I get down. Sean Cochran, licensed real estate broker, bang. Sean Cochran, licensed real estate and pre-licensed instructor, bang. Got my LLC, bang. Registered title insurance agent, bang. Bought myself a box truck, bang. Got myself a TWIC card, bang. And if you don't know what a TWIC card is, that allows me to take my box truck and do deliveries to secure areas like ports, vessels, and maritime facilities without additional verification. Been an ordained minister for over 12 years, bang. Did licensed football officiating for over 20 years, bang. Also did baseball and basketball officiating for over 20 years, bang. I'm a licensed FAA remote pilot. That's my drone license, bang. Ran a small but humble photo and video for weddings and event business for 15 years, bang. So when people talk about they don't have enough money or times are rough or, they can barely get by because Trump or prices, I don't want to hear it. Are you working hard enough? Are you out there getting it? Chances are you aren't. Because come hell or high water, I will be able to pay the bills for my family because I'm a Gen Xer and I'm a worker. You want extra stuff? You want properties? Do more. So what the heck are you waiting for? Get out there and go do it. I am telling you, unless
I love that. That's why I like sharing his channel with y'all. I just find it inspirational. There's other people out there always doing it. At the end of the day, like the excuses that people make in America. I mean, like, and people get like, "What world are you living in there? Because you're a crazy person." And I'm like, you literally have people coming here who don't speak Spanish, but they can slap some towel on. They can cut grass, and they're gonna be at your house getting their money. I don't care if they do 10 houses a day for $40 a day, $40 a yard. Guess what? They making $400 a day. But you're gonna have some yokel, overweight, fat, busted, gusted, telling people these women want too much. No, you're unproductive. As a man, you're unproductive. And Aaron Cleary and a lot of people will say, well, we men don't need that much. We don't need that much. Okay, guess what? If you want a woman, any woman, if you want to go overseas, if you want to go live in Thailand for 6 months, guess what you need? You need money. You need money. You need money to fly over there. You need money to stay over there. You need money to enjoy yourself for 6 months. You need money. Okay. Same for the women. I'm not giving y'all a break because I don't have kids. I can do whatever I want. Sis, you can. But at the end of the day, do you have any reoccurring income? If something goes left, are you okay? Do you have to move back to your mama's? Do you have to move back to your grandma's? Do you have to do all this stuff? Again, you should be a super connector in the nicest way possible. Now, this was a person I tried to talk to y'all about last video or two, or maybe a couple of videos. I don't even know where. And I couldn't get it pulled up. So let me pull it up real quick. And I want you to see, a lot of people talk bad about the military and, they ain't paying them a lot. And like, I see a bunch of videos lately crying about the military. This dude was in the military and bought his grandma house with like a bank loan. Cause everybody was going to let it go for taxes. You know how people are. He bought a bunch of Planet Fitnesses and he's like the #1 Planet Fitness owner in like, I don't know, this Southern region. And he just built a life. And then when people tell me they doing the most they can ever do, Erica, they so busy. I'd be like, baby, you need to inventory your time. Go check him out for yourself, y'all. I'm not gonna ruin it for you, but he does a event every year, Hawaii or whatever. But owns in North Carolina, Texas, Hawaii, and Arkansas. Planet Fitnesses. Oh no, not Planet Fitness. Anytime Fitness. I apologize, my bad. Anytime Fitness. U.S. Army retired Chief Warrant Officer. And he was going to get put out and sent back to North Carolina, right? So the guy talked to him. He's like, what's up? What's going to happen to you if I send you back? If I put you out of the military? He's like, I'm probably going to end up in jail or dead because I'm from one of the poorest places in North Carolina. And so I always want y'all to understand, like, I want y'all to go out and see, again, they in Hawaii. Let me see if I put the value on. Sorry. I didn't mean to do that. My bad, y'all. Hold on. Oh, let me see if they value.
What if I gave you an opportunity in real estate where you could pay?
Oh, dang it. Well, listen, I'm gonna have to click on the reel. I don't know where the reel's at, but all that to say, that's what I was talking about last time. I want y'all to go check him out. Go look at his page. Here's another one. Okay. This is again, Erica, the real estate market's cooled off. Nobody's buying anything. It's the worst time ever. And again, if you have with any agent worth their salt, you'll notice they started focusing on duplexes. Okay. No money down. They're having to educate. What they're having to do is educate you on how to get in these, how to buy these. What's the money down? How much are you putting? Okay. You're putting 15 grand down. Now we can watch your booty all we want. You know what I'm saying? Okay. You paid for it. We want to see it. Okay. So y'all can see it. So y'all ain't saying I'm being a hater. Right. Now, not only is she a real estate agent, she also built multiple duplexes. See, I don't trust any agent in a hot ass market like Austin, Houston, or Dallas that one hasn't bought a house in that market. And two, if you're showing me nonstop duplexes and you can show me the builders, does she work with them? She does. Okay. And if you're in the inner circle, y'all already know what time it is. If you're in the inner circle, y'all know what in October, what we doing. Um, and you know what we're doing in July. So it's already, it is what it is. And so long story short, you're gonna say, man, 13 down is crazy, Erica. And the housing market is cooling off. What are you gonna do? We're gonna offer again, single moms. You already know what time it is. We're gonna offer closing costs. That's it. That's like, okay, we'll put $8,000 down. So what? We're still gonna walk away with 150, 200, like some of these deals. And you can refinance some of these and have crazy equity. The problem is a lot of y'all aren't really researching and you aren't really trying. I mean, and again, if you watch my channel, you are trying. We know you are trying. But in general, okay, people aren't. And then they sit here and come on the internet and cry every day about how expensive stuff is. But if you ask them any two questions about, have you been pre-approved in the last 5 years? Have you done ABC in the last 5 years? They can't, oh no, I haven't. I haven't done any of that. I don't have any money. It's like, all right, cool. You know what I'm saying? I just already know the excuses. I've seen them for years now. So again, when I sit here and say, they're like 80% of people don't make that, Erica. You're not 80% of people. If you're paying attention enough to notice a lot of people don't make any money, why would you want to join them? Why would you want to be in that same position? That's crazy. That's the craziest thing I've ever heard. So anyway, if you guys are here, drop your student state in the chat. Drop a one in the comments if you're enjoying the commentary. Again, there's a million little links I wanted to put in here, but I'm gonna show you this one. Let's do this one. This is Marquell Chill Gates Russell. Has gold teeth. I think went to jail or didn't go to jail. Something happened. Long story short, selling drugs, all that other stuff. Silly stuff when he was younger. But I want you to understand he's a millionaire. So again, this is a post he posted, I guess sometime today. I finally saw it. I commented on it. He's in my notes. I've gone from a team of 42 to a team of 11 in the last 12 months, including team members who've been with me for years, people I consider family. And it was the hardest but best decision I've ever made. For years, I was obsessed with one metric: growth. Bigger team equals better business. Wrong. Grander events equals more impact. Wrong. Higher revenue goals equals higher success. Wrong. Growth. But last year, I realized I had built something that looked impressive from the outside while slowly killing me in itself from the inside. 42 team members, massive 400-person events, 6-figure monthly overhead. That means money going out, paying staff, okay? So I made the scariest decision of my entrepreneur career. I chose to get smaller. The team went from 42 to 11. The events went from 400 to 50 people. The focus went from everything to the essential. Okay, the result: profit is highest it's ever been with far fewer team members. Stress decreased dramatically. My wife, those closest to me, team can confirm this. My impact has actually increased with smaller focused efforts. I remember why I started this business in the first place. Here's what strategic pruning taught me. Not all growth is good growth. Bigger doesn't always mean better. Revenue vanity metrics can blind you to real problems. The right 10 people can outperform the wrong 100. Sometimes you have to get smaller to get stronger. Freedom, profit, and sustainability matter more than revenue alone. Okay? Let me keep reading. Okay, I have to make sure y'all can see me. Maybe it's time. Okay, if you're drowning in growth over everything mentality right now, maybe it's time to prune. Cut what's not working. Release what's not essential. Simplify what's overcomplicated. Pruning hurts. You're cutting away things that might even look healthy. But the most powerful growth comes after you have the courage to cut what needs to be cut. What might need to be pruned in your business that you're scared to let go. And again, a lot of people are pruning right now. Okay, that's him down there. I think this is some of his students or something to this effect. Again, a lot of people are pruning right now, and there's nothing wrong with that. You have to, but the problem is, and I commented, love the transparency. Okay, the problem is many people, okay, haven't even grown. They haven't even tried. They ain't even trying to get better. They're not even trying to apply themselves. Right? So we can't even talk about cutting things and downsizing until you've actually tried and applied yourself. That's the most important part. Have you tried? Have you applied yourself? Okay, if you did all that, you tried, you applied yourself, hey, you're good in my book. No stress, no stress off your neck. If you've applied yourself, you've tried, you focused really hard the past 2 years. Erica, I focused really hard to make this money, make extra money, because most people are making 60K out there. You get an extra 20, 30K a year. You've hit the 100. But you have to sit down with the pen and paper and do the math, or QuickBooks. You know, I love QuickBooks. And okay, where am I at? What's the number? Okay, how much can I invest monthly in leads? You know, you'd be surprised. Some of these companies I'm in these groups with, people spend $400, $500 a month and get all the leads they need. And the company does big numbers and they're absolutely fine. But this kind of in America, is it worth it? Is it possible? Should I even do it? I mean, when y'all see how much it costs to take care of elderly parents, I don't even know how you can say that with a straight face. I don't even know how you can say that with a straight face. When you look at the cost of daycare, when women tell me I gotta go to work, everybody can't stay home, Eric, I got daycare. A baby ain't never made no sense to me. If your wife is making 35K a year and you send that baby to daycare, it's a net loss. 9 times out of 10. Baby under 1 year old, daycare, she make 35K a year. Man, she might as well stay home and not buy any new stuff. That's it. But people never want to face the hard shit. The hard shit is, how much does this cost a month? What's the bare bones we can get this to? Can you stay home, no Starbucks, make your coffee, have your baby, pay for the car payment and the car insurance, and you stay home with the baby? Because most people gonna say, well, Erica, you don't understand, because after you have a baby, you have all this debt, this medical debt. Okay, well, that medical debt gonna be there. Space that out over 10 years. It'll be fine. You probably gonna have another kid. Have you done the math on that? Right? Like, people keep acting like they're surprised things cost money. Right? And so you have to do the math on. There's even people that's been commenting on here, like when the wives went back to work, they said, well, I like going on vacations and eating out. They never say it's to improve the family. It's to buy rentals. It's to buy investment properties. It's to build up their retirement. It's always some foo-foo shit like, oh, I like vacations. Okay, if there's a 1-2 year window where you don't take no vacations, are you going to make it? Are you going to survive? Is there a 2-year window you don't go to the beach? Are you going to be okay? If there's a 2-year window where you don't get to eat out at Red Lobster, are you going to make it? This is why when people hear this is first world problems. This is why people come here and eat our lunch. Oh, you're going to say, Erica, it's because the government, it's because the white man, it's because people are giving them loans. It's because of this. It's, you're looking over the fact that all these people get free money and free handouts. And I'm not going to disagree. What I'm going to say is, are you trying though? I'm not worried about them. Are you trying? Are you giving it your best? Are you giving it 100%? Are you giving it the gusto? All these questions y'all be having for these other people, these immigrants that come here. Well, they running from their country. I'm not, listen, are they there? Now, in the comment section, I put about the nurse that harassed me at the hospital. She was trying to ask about medical history. And she's filling out the form, which was crazy because I was out of state. I wasn't in Texas. I was at a random hospital. And so she's trying to put some information in there, trying to gather more information while they're waiting on my insurance stuff to come through. And I'm so drugged up. I'm out of it. I'm like, yeah, my mother is this. She's this age. My father. Before I can even finish saying the word my father, because I was talking very drugged up and slow, she go, do you even know your father? And I looked up at that African lady. Let me tell y'all, I sat up in that bed the best of my medicated ability and looked at her damn crazy. Yeah, I know my parents were married. That lady had I'm sorry. I just was saying, and I wanted to be like, nah, you was trying to throw shade. And that's part of why. That's why I'm like, yeah, they're letting anybody be a nurse from them countries. Y'all, please go get up. If you want to be a nurse, go be a nurse. If you want to go, like, I'm telling you, 2 programs that y'all might want to not sleep on, and I've been talking about it several videos in a row, is we're helping a family for their son and a girl who are going to go into the Air Force Reserve, and essentially a cardiologist certification or a respiratory therapy. Both programs where I'm from in this area, one program is 6 months, the other program is a year. Like fall, spring semester, summer, both semesters, fall, spring, and then you're good to go. And you can get a $50,000 sign-on bonus with the Air Force. So, you know, when people be like, oh, I don't know if the military is worth it, $50,000 sign-on bonus, full-time, making $80K a year. Probably a little, you know what I'm saying? A little overtime. You know what I'm saying? Eventually you can just phase out in 3-4 years, the 3-year term. Okay, 3 years is done. Now you go work at a hospital somewhere where you want to. not tied to the military. And now you have opportunity, what? A VA loan, among other things. So the problem is not applying yourself. And, you know, you lose everything. Could you start all over tomorrow? Hell yeah, y'all. Again, if you haven't seen it in here, see if I can show this right here. Let me see if I can show this right here. If you haven't watched this, okay. So again, if you haven't, this is Middleman to Millions course. Again, I tell y'all this all the time. If you go in here, okay, go down. I talk about all this stuff. We talk about roofing. We talk about concrete businesses, subcontractors. Oh, market your business. Now down here, I talk about core profitable Middleman to Million business models. I talk about 2025 pending summer models and GC journey. I don't know if y'all know this, but majority of these GC tests to be a general contractor are actually open book. And there's one test, if you take it, it qualifies you in 16 states. This is why when you're in Texas, you can see a truck that was in Florida, right? With Florida tags. When you're in Georgia, you can see a truck with North Carolina, Virginia, all these other tags. These men can move all around the country and make big ass money. There's not a blue collar man in his 30s and 40s that make under 100K. If he's doing that, if he's making under 100K and he's a blue collar man with actual skill in his 30s and 40s, it's because he wants to, his back is bad, or he just don't want no money. Right? There's a kid that I'm in a group, and they literally, kid's 28, made $2 million, made $1 million this year. Of course, do 30% profit. What is 30% profit? 300,000 is his money left over after he paid some contractors and ran the construction company. I've been telling y'all this. This ain't nothing new. Right? If you had to start over, you had to do something today. If I had to go hop online, Google Places, and do a few 1, 2, 3s, you can do it. But we talked about this to death. We beat this to death. You can go see the old Middleman to Millions videos. You can go look at all this other stuff. You can look at the kind skip. You can look at all the links we put in here. You know, the choice is yours. How do we consistently make higher income? It's an hour to 4 hours a day. Just hammering one thing, right? For a lot of years for me, it's been YouTube and consulting, phone courses, etc. And community. Yes, the 4 deadly C's: coaching, courses, community, consulting. But I've always had a foot or two in rental properties, a foot or two in trucking. I still have trucks. A foot or two in some type of a side business, right? Roofing installation, which we have a video of me with a ridiculous suit on and installing. Okay. And it's in the archive. We're getting ready to release it. But it'll probably be like end of June when it gets released. But at the end of July, I think. I don't know. I have to check with the editor in Uganda. All the different stuff. We just threw a bunch of random video at him. I was like, put it together and something nice, right? I bring this up because we have a lot of people who their ideal of trying is, I got up today, I did a little bit of something, and I came home at 5. I watched whatever I wanted on TV, and I'm Gucci, and I'm good. And how dare you request more of me, Erica? I'm tired. I have kids. And a lot of y'all use the I have kids speech, but the data is showing some of y'all ain't got no kids. There ain't no reason for y'all to be struggling. There ain't no reason for y'all to owe Klarna $47,000. That's just going over your budget, right? And so even Candace Owen be working. Let me show you. Even she back working. She done had another baby and she back working. Now, I ain't trying to talk bad about the girl, but you know what I'm saying? Even she is putting in work because the amount of cash that YouTube kicks off, which is digital real estate kicks off, is big money. There's a reason why a lot of us are out here doing it and producing it and making the money. Just is what it is. So listen, I'm not gonna drag y'all out here too long. I hope y'all have a great evening. I hope y'all have a blessed day. I also I just want you to apply yourself, because we're in one of the greatest countries in the world. You know what I'm saying? Arnold Schwarzenegger had a really great, I don't even know if I can find it, but Arnold Schwarzenegger was talking, and of course they mad with him, but like literally Arnold Schwarzenegger's story could never be made anywhere else. Now, did I think he came here at a great time in America in the 70s, 80s, where he can grab booties and cut up and lay all over the ground and do whatever? Heck yeah. I'm even saying Tyler Perry's in one of the greatest times ever, because even though this lawsuit's going on, he can just go out here, and write 2 stories in 4 days, because that's how he be writing them anyway, and turn around, give them to y'all, call a bunch of black actors. They not gonna say no. They gonna say yes. Yes, Tyler, I'll come be in that movie because y'all gonna be on the internet hyping them up. They gonna get a big old fat check. Tyler gonna have to write some big checks for the next couple weeks, next couple movies, but he gonna get it. He gonna be fine, and he'll make another $200 million. Tyler Perry ain't stupid. You know what I'm saying? He just gotta get focused, and he gotta hire some writers. But I'm telling you, he can go in a hotel room in Malibu, California, look out the window, and type up some creations, and boom, put them out there to sell. Simple as that. Simple as that. Okay. Again, the old formula for $1 million for many of these YouTubers is they'll sell some course for 280, sell it to about 600, 700 people. Then they'll get 200 people in their high level mastermind for $4,000, $5,000, and they make $1 million every year. I've shown y'all countless goofies who've made $1 million a year. If you're in Digital Liberty Warriors, there's a channel I keep showing videos in there and giving a review to. If you're in Digital Liberty Warriors, there's 2 or 3 I reviewed that are in there. And I can confirm, like, that is the price. That's the going price. So it's a whole business model for a reason. Apply yourself. Let me play this Arnold clip, but I do want to say also, Dave Williams, retail trader, his price of his course about to go to $5,000. Okay, he's got it half off right now. The VIP half off for Juneteenth. I think we have how many more days a month? I don't know, 15, 20, whatever. Grab that. You want to apply yourself? There's gonna be a ton of made money in the stock market. There's just gonna be volatility, Iran tripping, Trump tripping, everybody tripping. I'm like looking for flights because guess what? Flights gonna be cheap because everybody's scared. I'm gonna be flying. I got friends who are in the Navy right now acting like whatever. They in Spain cutting up right now. They don't care. 2 of them in Italy. They don't care. They could care less. It's all checks for them. So let me show you this Arnold Schwarzenegger thing and get out of here. If I get on it, can I get on it? Let me see if I can click on it. I just think it's important. Here we go.
Talking about the immigration thing. All right, let's see what he says.
If you are an immigrant, you're an immigrant in this country. Did you have a visceral reaction to what they're doing, what ICE is doing when you see the videos of it?
Well, I tell you, you said that the immigrant, I'm so proud and happy that I was embraced by the American people like that. I mean, imagine I came over here with the age of 21 with absolutely nothing. And then to create a career like that. I mean, in no other country in the world could you do that. Every single thing, if it's my bodybuilding career, if it's my acting career, becoming governor, the beautiful family that I've created, all of this is
People forget about Arnold Schwarzenegger being the governor of California.
because of America.
Little side quest.
And so this is why I'm so happy to see firsthand that this is the greatest country in the world. And it is the land of opportunity. And I think because I'm such a proud American and a proud immigrant, but the key thing also is at the same time that we got to do things legal.
They're not gonna like that. Oh,
That is the important thing, So you got to do things legal. And those people that are doing illegal things in America, they are not smart.
Yeah, I fucking agree.
Because when you come to America, you're a guest. You have to behave like a guest. Like when I go to someone's house and I'm a guest, then I will do everything.
Whenever you go to somebody's house, you don't go in their garage and light their car on fire. You don't do that. That's rude.
Keep things clean and to make my bed and to do everything that is the right thing to do rather than committing a crime or being abusive or something like that. The important thing is when you become an immigrant, to think about, okay, I go to America because I want to use America for the great opportunities that America has. Then you have to think about, okay, if I get all of those things from America,
what am I going
I have to give something back. Now, you have a responsibility as an immigrant to give back to America and to go and do something for your community. Make this country a better place.
Yeah, but
They couldn't take it. They couldn't take it. That's basic. Like anybody's grandpa could come on and tell y'all that, and y'all would be like, oh, okay. Like, no, give something back. You ain't doing nothing. Most of y'all sitting at home for 4 years. The 4 years you could have used to be in service. I tell you that all the time. Get a check, get VA loan, do what you got to do. But at the end of the day, I hope y'all are having a great night, great day. Apply yourself. in any avenue you want. Like, please don't get into this doom strolling. It's not worth it to buy a home, not worth it. And these people ain't never even tried to get pre-approved for a mortgage. These people ain't even got their taxes done. I'm meeting people and talking on the phone with people who ain't did taxes in years. I mean, there are years I worked at H&R Block, extra income. And I would see people and they'd be like, they would be making so much money. And it was just all cars and BS. And if you ever work for a bank customer service, watch some of those videos on YouTube. They will blow your mind. And it's just a bunch of people spending all their money on OnlyFans and goofy stuff and gambling. Because that's what they do. Okay. So listen, apply yourself, try really hard. Good luck out there. Anything you need from our staff, email us at admin@classyclimbtx.com. Any of you, we had some recent people purchase the land grab course, I think like 32. If you're having a problem with the links or anything, please reach out to us. Make sure we can get you in there and get you what you need. I don't want you missing out. I want you to be able to watch the videos, get through. I can see how many people watch the videos too. So it's always 10% of the people, 10 to 20% of people actually watch the course, do the course. And that's okay. Whenever you get to it, you get to it. Whenever the mindset pushes you to do it, do it. But yeah, keep it simple. Have a great day. Love you guys. Enjoy your summer. Listen, I don't know about you, but I've started a business so I could do this. Travel, be with friends, be with family, create memories. I didn't do it to sit at the computer all day. I didn't do it so that I could just be in countless emails and Zoom meetings. I did it to create opportunities for myself and opportunities for others. So listen, if that's something that interests you, enjoying time with your friends, being out and about, definitely drop by Erica Williams' Classy Climb blog. Check out the YouTube channel. We've got over 2,000 videos of free information that's actually changed people's lives. People actually post their new jobs, their new careers, their new businesses all the time over at the channel.